live now. We back. Haize Dubb Bobby, Haize. We in the building today, and we're gonna be giving our postseason awards to these Bears. Listen, it's not a lot of players. It's gonna be like 3 players splitting a lot of awards around here. We're gonna get into all that and more, man, right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
It was a long ass 3-14 season for the Chicago Bears. But before we go ahead and put a pin in the season and start focusing solely on off season and draft, we got to give some awards to these Bears, man. It was a rough season, man. So we're gonna be giving our most valuable player, rookie of the year, defensive player of the year, best move by Ryan's Pose, our biggest disappointment of the year, and the breakout player of the year. So first up, we're going right to the top with the MVP. I think this one's pretty clear. Justin Fields is my MVP of the season. It's it. That's it. There's no conversations to be had. None of that for me because that's just what it is, man. Who wants to go first on that MVP for the season?
Oh, I'm going to second that emotion and say that Justin Fields is the MVP of the Chicago Bears season. It's obvious. If you blind, you still should be able to know that Justin Fields is the MVP of the season. So I second that motion.
For real, I'm a third that motion. Damn it, Justin Fields. I mean, what else do we have? My guy made some outstanding plays all year long. And when he wasn't in the game, during those games that he was out, we already knew what was going to happen. We didn't have no faith in Trevor Siemian at one point. We damn sure didn't have no faith in Peterman later in the season and end the season. So, Fields for me, baby.
It was so bad we couldn't even trust Peterman to tank right. Like he just can't get right. No matter what. It's just he could not get right. That's crazy, man. That's wild. Yeah, I think that's pretty unanimous. And by the way, as we're going through this, please leave y'all selection for these awards 2 down below. Because we want to get everybody's opinion on that one. But let's move in next. This one gets a little bit more interesting. Rookie of the year for the Chicago Bears in the 2022-23 season.
My goodness. And this was a tough one, though. This was a tough one because, my son, Jack Sanborn, got injured, and he was on his way to shocking the whole precipice. But I'm going to go with Jaquan Brisker, bro. He led the team in sacks. That's really sorry, but he led the team in sacks. 80, what did he got? 73 tackles solo, 31 assisted, so a total of 104 tackles. He made some splash plays. He stepped into his role and just looked comfortable from the start of the season. I'm going to go with Jaquan Brisker for Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. Bet it up. You took my pick, but I feel like this guy got to get some kudos too. I'm going to go Braxton Jones. He deserved at least some recognition on that, simply because for most of the season, my man's was solid, and I believe he locked up that left tackle spot. When he did have a bad game, he always followed up with a really good game. I don't believe that the Chicago Bears line, the edges, the tackle spots, I don't think that's the problem moving forward. I think the problem is the interior O-line. They need to get the guards in the center positions right, and I think Braxton Jones deserves some recognition because Velas let us down.
I feel you on Braxton. That's a respectable pick. And I think any other year it would be that. But Jaquan Brisker, from the first game in preseason that he played, because I think he missed the first game that he played, established that he was going to be a playmaker for this team. And it's easy to be let down when you see promise from a player early on. He maintained that all throughout the season. No, he missed some time with some injury, but he was everything that he was cracked up to be. And he made me understand more why they didn't go wide receiver early in the draft, because I'll tell you what, I would not want to not have Jaquan Brisker on this team. And you guys know, I think the monsters of the Midway are on the way back on the defensive side of the ball this upcoming year. If they can do some stuff with that offensive line, and Jaquan Brisker was kind of the first step in reinvigorate not only him, his play. I think the secondary overall was kind of reinvigorated by him and having a rookie out there, and to have that type of impact your rookie season, that you even motivate veterans to, because they want to teach you, right? I'm not saying that he came in and just kicked the veterans in their ass, but like they knew what having him and Kyler Gordon to Alexis meant, and it made them step up their leadership roles. Jaquan Brisker is a future leader of this team for sure. He gets Rookie of the Year for me.
Bet it up. I won't argue that.
All right.
On real.
Defensive Player of the Year. Who you guys giving the Defensive Player of the Year award to?
That's gonna be my pick. I'm going Jaquan Brisker. I mean, it's the obvious. All because of what y'all said. I did want to show some recognition to my guy. I mean, Braxton Jones, but defensively is definitely going to Jaquan Brisker. He was a steady force for the entirety of the season, and the man is a safety that led this team in sacks. Come on, bro.
Okay,
that says enough right there.
Yeah, it's obvious it should be Jaquan Brisker, but I'm gonna just go ahead and throw a motherfucking curveball in there, and I'm gonna get my cursing out before February come, y'all.
This man,
Kyler Gordon.
What?
Listen to me. Just listen. I'm gonna give Kyler Gordon. Okay, I'm gonna wait till nephew finish giggling.
No, I'm not, bro.
I'm laughing at the reaction. I'm not mad at you. I'm just laughing at the reaction.
It's obvious that Jaquan Brisker is the defensive player of the year.
Okay.
But Kyler Gordon, look at his path, bro. How tumultuous it was in the beginning of the year. It was ugly for Kyler Gordon. He was getting attacked every game. It seemed like every play he was getting attacked. And then look into his progression throughout the season. In the middle of the part of the season, seemed like he was getting it. He was picking it up. Until the end of the season, he was making big plays. He was getting 2 interceptions in a game. He was making big tackles in the backfield. Kyler Gordon, man, he learned on the job, and he did a terrific job. I'm going to give it to Kyler Gordon, even though Jaquan Brisker deserves it. I'm just setting up my next answer for the next question.
Listen, sorry. I thought you were going to go the way I'm about to go. Eddie Jackson. I know he didn't play the full season.
Oh, man,
he gets Defensive Player of the Year for me because not only did he step into a leadership role, he looked like him again. And we've been asking for about a year and a half when we getting the old Eddie Jackson back. He was back this season. And I think if it wasn't for the injury, do you guys agree he would have had a Pro Bowl season?
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
So I think for me, my pick Defensive Player of the Year is Eddie Jackson, man.
Hey,
nothing wrong with that,
man. I'm so sad about that, man. He would have went right to the Pro Bowl, bro.
Right to the Pro Bowl. Like they would have had to give it to him, but
for real,
to each their own on that one. All right, we're gonna go to the front office. This I know. What was the best move Ryan Poles made this season to you guys overall, off season, during the season? What was the best move?
Go ahead, nephew.
I'm gonna go with trading Roquan.
Okay.
That was the best move of the season. You clearly had a guy that was disgruntled. You definitely seen him once Robert Quinn got traded. He wasn't himself. Like he wasn't making those splash plays that we wanted him to make. And my man's got him. He flipped him for another wide receiver, so that was good. And you didn't give up over $20 million to retain him. So I think that's good when you factor in that you save some money. I believe you found a good replacement in Jack Sanborn, who is early on in his career, but what if he can turn out to be a Pro Bowler himself? Yeah. We don't know yet. He still got, he missed some time, but he's in the moments that he was there, he shined. Yeah. So it didn't make Poles look like an idiot in that particular moment. So traded Roquan to save all that money and then find a piece that can potentially be here. I'm gonna say that was the number one, and you got Claypool at that as well.
Oh, that's a great pick. That's a great pick. I'm gonna surprise a couple people. In the beginning of the draft, we started the show in the draft. We was all expecting a wide receiver to be picked, that first pick.
I went back to listen to our actual first episode, and when we talked about the draft, we did not mention any player that wasn't a wide receiver or offensive lineman, bro. We didn't even think that he would go safety. But go ahead, brother. Don't let me step on you too much.
What? That pick in Jaquan Brisker, bro. You can look at Pickens and Steelers. I still think he's gonna be a fantastic player. But I questioned the hell out of that pick, man. I had to be the biggest opposition. Like, what in the hell is this, bro? We're gonna have a Pittsburgh Steelers watch throughout the whole season. But I gotta say, that was the best move for me of making Jaquan Brisker over any wide receiver or any pick, because he is going to be a Chicago Bear for at least a decade, bro, for at least 10 years, I think. So I think that was the best move. I'm on some other moves. He made some other fantastic moves. But to me, picking Jaquan Brisker with that second round pick has to be the best one.
I love the pick of the Jaquan Brisker, and the Roquan trade was good too. I would say, like, all the moves that Ryan Poles made to send out veterans and to save some cap space, they were all really good moves when you look at it. I can't look at one to say that I think that initially I would have thought they would have got a little bit more back for Khalil Mack, but other than that, I think every deal they made was the right one to send veterans away. But as far as the best move by Ryan Poles that he made this year, I'm gonna say, and this not just because I haven't mentioned him yet. I think the talent that you got in Jack Sanborn as an undrafted rookie is bananas.
Yes.
So you to have an undrafted rookie that in his time playing led the NFL in tackles, that's not nothing to overlook, bro. It's nothing to overlook. And to me, I think, the Jaquan Brisker drafting him instead of a wide receiver made sense, but he did draft Kyler Gordon before him. The jury remains out on that one for sure. But yeah, man, to me, getting Jack Sanborn and what everything looks like it's going to be for Jack Sanborn to get that level of talent undrafted, man, I got to give him that one. That looks like it's going to be an amazing move. If he keeps on the path that it looks like he's on, that's going to be that may be the steal of a decade, bro. And I don't use that lightly. If you can get a starting linebacker that makes the type of impact plays that Jack Sanborn has shown the propensity to make so far, and that maintains over his career, let me not say the decade. That could be the best draft move in probably the last 5 years, though, if it ends up working out.
Where did Tom Brady get picked in the 3rd round?
The 6th round.
The 6th round. It's can't say that right now because that's the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it, but you know.
He did say the last 5 years Tom Brady was selected like 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
So we
no. I'm just saying it's on par because this is an undrafted rookie right here that is gonna be. I think this kid is gonna be a Pro Bowler. Jackson.
Listen, would it improve front seven overload, improve defensive line and a pass rush to have Jack Sanborn and what he's shown to be able to do, both getting to the passer and in the passing game and run deep? Like, bro, I'm telling you, Jaquan Brisker and Jack Sanborn may be the 1-2 punch for the Chicago Bears defense and then if you add in Jalen Carter or Will Anderson in there,
let's go, baby.
That 1-2-3 punch for the next 5 years is going to have this. They're going to hate getting hit by us, bro.
Oh, bro. Jaquan Brisker already put some bodies on their backside too, bro.
And Jaquan Brisker, like seriously, with a better pass rush, Jaquan Brisker would have had probably 10 sacks this season. Bro, there were so many close calls that he just couldn't quite get to. Man, listen, I'm telling y'all.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All right, next award up. Biggest disappointment of the year.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take this one first because this I know everybody is on that one. So I want to get the controversy out the way so I can get the heat up off my back. That's what I'm trying to do here.
Oh no!
Darnell Mooney is the biggest disappointment of the season to me. And not that it's all on his fault. It's not all on him.
Damn.
It's not all on him.
I didn't expect that.
The expectations that he came into the season with. When you look at not only, and like I said, I understand some of it, but he did not have any type of positive impact in most games to me. He didn't even draw away the defense in a way after like the second game in the season to where it took pressure off the other wide receivers. I know our passing game as a whole sucked. We didn't pass the ball very much often. But when you look at the fact that Equinemius St. Brown and Cole Kmet almost both had bigger impacts than Darnell Mooney this season, he was the biggest disappointment.
Ooh, I ain't see that one coming. I ain't gonna lie, but it makes sense. It makes sense.
All sunshine and rainbows on the show so much. But I went back and looked at some of Darnell Mooney's plays. I have to send you guys this website. I got access to this website to where you can look at everybody's, like, you can specifically let me look at every drop. Let me look at every missed reception to kind of see it. And I watched some things, man. All I can say is Darnell Mooney to me, and going back and watching the tape, bro. I listen. I need him to come back out with more fire because it was extremely disappointing for me this season, bro.
For sure.
Good.
So,
he up against it. An injury too, coming off an injury.
Yeah.
Ooh, go ahead, nephew. I want to hear yours too. Both.
I'm going with Dominique Robinson and Travis Gibson. I'm adding two people.
Ooh,
biggest disappointment, bro. We went on this thing for like 4 or 5 weeks. Like, get him more time, banging the desk, going crazy, calling for him. They get more tick, get a few people out their way, and they ain't do jack. Ain't do nothing. That was just it was quarterbacks back there ordering Domino's or Papa John's, whatever pizza they wanted to during most games.
Taxes, making a PB and jelly sandwich, all that shit,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very disappointing, and I gotta point it out. Like y'all let a safety lead the team in sacks.
Oh wait,
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, discredit Jaquan Brisker, but come on, guys. Y'all had the opportunity to really supplant yourself for the future and say that I deserve to be here. So they had a lot, you know what I'm saying, to prove. They didn't answer the call. These guys they went from believing that they can start to me saying that these guys are rotational pass rushers now.
And that's exactly. I mean, and don't get me wrong, they're solid rotational pieces, but I don't think either one of them showed anything to where you can say, "Oh, they definitely deserve to be a starter next season."
Facts, agree.
That was fire. Both of those answers was fire. But y'all know me, and y'all know who I dislike. Santos was the biggest disappointment of the whole damn season, bro. He cost us like 5 games. He missed like 5 extra points. I'm going with a kicker,
bro. To be disappointed, did you have any expectations for Santos?
Yes,
like?
He
had a good season though. This is my previous year.
This is my expectations of Santos, the field goal kicker. Make field goals. He did not make field goals or extra points. He is the disappointment, the biggest disappointment of the Chicago Bears year.
The biggest disappointment was a kicker?
Biggest.
Bro, did you try out for kicker once and didn't make the team? Like, what's your beef with kickers, bro?
Kicker is not a real position. I did not try it.
Unc was a wide out.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. That man
even a bigger disappointment than Vegas, though?
Yeah. I thought you would pick Vegas, Joe, bro.
No. I think Vegas, he kind of a little bit made up at the end of the season. He made a couple plays.
Made up what? Getting a touchdown when we were trying to tank? Motherfucker ain't made up.
Yeah, he was a. I gotta go with Santos, bro. I gotta keep it a buck, bro. Gotta keep.
You just hate kickers, bro.
Bro, he really just has a beef against kickers, bro. Like, I don't understand.
Always, bro. Always.
Bro, he missed 2 field goals the whole season.
That can't be right.
I'm looking at last season. I may be looking at last season.
That can't be right. I know that for a fact without looking.
No, it shows that he was 21 of 23 this season for field goals.
That's crazy.
That's crazy as hell. How many?
He missed extra points.
Actually, it was extra points. Even let me see the extra points. He missed 5 extra points this season.
Bro,
that's crazy.
Bro,
that's crazy.
I bet you all 5 of those was 1-score games, bro.
That's crazy, though. Like, it's so funny because I do remember being down on Santos a lot, but he only missed 2 field goals the whole season.
That don't even seem right to me.
That's crazy. Oh man, that's wild, bro. That's how much you hate kickers is the funniest thing in the world, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like, why do you hate kickers?
Hey, we can phase them out. Hey, look, we can phase kickers out. And the NFL will be all right. The NFL will be all right without kickers, bro.
So they just gonna throw the ball for the kickoff.
Hey man, if you want to go for 2 points, hey, we can do it 1. You know how we do it back in the day. 1.
Bro, you got some problems, bro. All right, so nobody picked Sam Mustard for either. I was surprised that no Sam Mustard for no Vegas Jones.
He was pretty bad. Yes, he was pretty bad.
If we got a who needs to get cut list, number 1 for me. That's him. Goodbye.
Is that list long?
Last award, breakout player of the year.
Woo. Who you got up?
Jack Sanborn, baby, my son, baby. Hey, nobody was. I think he had he was leading the league in tackles from like a 3-week period or something before he got hurt. This kid has instincts like
don't say it.
Like Troy Polamalu. He is going to be a stalwart for this team going in the future, man.
You watched the Troy Polamalu highlights?
Yes, I did. Jack Sanborn came from nowhere. He came from nowhere. What y'all say?
Was he slow? Was he running slow in the highlights?
No, he wasn't running slow, man. But look, man,
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
He got the instinct.
He don't even run like that, bro. That's not how he run, bro. I literally sent you a video of this man's highlights for his career. Like, not one of them he was running like this, bro. What you talking about?
Hey, it's who you picking?
Oh
Who you got?
man, breakout player of the year to me is I'm going back to my same defensive player of the year. It's Jaquan Brisker, bro.
Okay.
That to me, it was just amazing to see Rookie be able to have the poise and do the things that he was able to do at a impact position in the NFL. Man, it was huge. I would have picked Justin Fields here, but I gave him my MVP, so I'm gonna give it to somebody else for the breakout player of the year. Because I honestly think that the true breakout for Justin Fields is going to be next season when we see him operate even better as a passer with a better offensive line. That's when we're going to have to be able to say he had a breakout year. But yeah, Jaquan Brisker for me.
My breakout player is Cole Kmet, the White Rhino. C-Dubb, you was down on White Rhino early in the season, but it's good. You came around. We told you, bro. Look out. But my man still got 50 receptions, 544 yards, 7 TDs. He didn't cross the double digits like we wanted him to, but man, we know that the impact moving forward is going to be huge. Ryan Poles, lock him up before he get more expensive. For real. Give him some money before he get more expensive. I'm going to go with the White Rhino. I believe that he showed a lot of people his worth. He's a huge guy. And man, he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with moving forward, especially in that red zone. It's coming.
Great pick.
Yeah, that's nice, solid pick. It was only targeted 69 times this season. Had 50 receptions for 544 yards, 7 touchdowns. Yeah, solid season from Cole.
Best season of his career, though. Best season.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question? With all the awards that we just gave out, who would be y'all top 3 Chicago Bears players?
Brisker, Fields, Montgomery.
Nephew.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Brisker, Fields. Top 3 though.
Top 3.
Give me Herbert.
Herbert
for number 3. I think he was. I think he had a. We know what Montgomery did when it came to softening up the defense, but I believe that Herbert with some of those long runs definitely helped. You know, everybody had they hand in the rushing, but he was definitely one of those key cogs, especially to break it open.
I'm gonna go Brisker, Fields, and Cole Kmet. Those would be the 3 best players on the team. It's interesting. It's real interesting. I wanted to hear what y'all had to say about that.
All right. Anything left, man? That's it. That's our first award show here.
No, bro.
Next, y'all make like a graphic with a trophy and shit. I ain't have time to do all this shit.
We Gucci.
Man. We on a budget.
We on the budget. I got you.
Hey man, congratulations to my man, CEO Haize.
For what? What I do? Oh, 10K.
Mr. 10K. What you got? Oh my God.
10K.
Mr.
Y'all
10K.
let my man get 5 digits. And somebody trying to steal on your name too. It's another guy called Chicago Central too. I seen them earlier. Look, yeah.
We're gonna have to check that out because I don't appreciate that. I may have to roll up and check some fools. But nonetheless, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. You can follow us collectively at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, you want to leave a text and or voicemail 773-242-9336. We about this mug. It's been a great season, not for the win column, but for the fun that we've built and the community we've built here. We're going to still be giving you the content in the offseason, so be on the lookout for that. All right, ass babies, man. We love y'all.